Hey there guys, hope you're all doing alright. Yeah, so we're going to get started on retopo today. I'm going to try to use wrap to kind of get blocked out a bit quicker. But beyond that, we will be kind of altering topology because I've not really got any models that truly fit this guy. Like FK Twigs is kind of close, Pero is way off. So I'm just going to try to use Twigs, get 90% of the way there, and then kind of improve it by hand afterwards, and obviously add a body as well, which maybe we can take from Pero. But yeah, so I'm just going to get started. There's no point really messing around. I'll start by importing Twigs, which I believe she was in here. Modeling, Maya, exports, head, template. There we go. So we'll use her to get kind of broadly in place, because I'm not really particularly great with wrap. I've done like 2 test runs with it, both of which were kind of not great, but that's more down to user error than anything else. What I will do for now is just remove like the inside of the mouth and that sort of stuff, because honestly having it at the moment just kind of complicates things. I'd rather just keep things simple for myself for now. Since I'm going to get this kind of broadly placed, I guess we'll quickly throw the inside of the nose out as well. Because this sort of stuff is like really easy to put back in. Does my guy have an eye socket? Kinda. So I'm going to try to line up the eyes as the main bit. Then we'll obviously just have to pull the mouth back a little bit. And that should do. Alright. So what's going to be the best way to do this? So mouth is just slightly open. We can let wrap figure that out. But yeah, this topology should work fine for my needs. For the most part, as I said. Inside the eyes, fuck it, we'll just get rid of the inside of the eyes. I can always come back and grab this if I need to. That should work just fine. Cool. So we got that. Let's get that exported. File, export selection. We're just going to go into modeling, Maya exports. We're going to create a topology. And we're just going to call this one FKA Twigs, base, head, topo. So that works for the most part. We already have the head, obviously, so let's just go in. Oh, that's ZBrush. Let's just let that load up and then kill it. Cool. So let's get into wrap. And really big disclaimer, especially for the poor software team at R3DS. What I'm about to do is not representative of what the tool can do. I'm still extremely beginner in this tool, so if I get weird artifacts and I'm not able to solve them, it's probably user error. But yeah, so let's just load this in. I'm going to call this, but I'm not going to call it anything yet. Let's just get everything. Projects. Let's go to person projects. Singer Sargent. Modeling, Maya, exports, topology, FK Twigs. Cool. So there's our base head. This we're going to call. Going to rename that to base topo geo. And we're going to create another low geometry. And this one is going to grab our ZBrush head. Cool. Let's turn off the wireframe. I personally find this blue really hard to look at for extended periods of time. So I'm just gonna set that to be like roughly what I sculpt with. Maybe a little bit darker. A little bit more saturated, something like that. And then this one, I'm just going to make it a little bit easier on the eyes. Cool. So, this one we're just going to rename to Sculpt Geo. Well, Head Sculpt Geo. Cool. So, I'm pretty sure this is symmetrical, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's start off by making a select points pairs. Left geometry, right geometry. Go into the visual editor. Sync views. So try to get them a little bit more lined up. There we go. So let's start off with the eye. I'm just going to place that. Let's just go around the eye. Cool. Do the same on the other side. Should probably use a whack-on pen actually. Where's the pen? 1 second, guys. There we go. Right. So let's get some points placed. Let's go with there. Yeah, that guy. I'm placing where I want, like, the loops. Cool. Grab that guy. That guy can be you. Top of the lip is that guy. Bottom middle. Okay. So the neck is extremely long on twigs. Hey Bruno, how you doing, man? I'm doing pretty well myself. Thank you for asking. The neck is probably the area that I'll change up, honestly. It's quite a bit lower on that side. That'll do. It's not a perfect match, but it's close enough. That should be fine on its own, actually. Alright, ears. So let's grab you. You. Okay. Although that middle one's probably unneeded, but let's keep it anyway now. So I don't really know where the trouble areas are with wrap. Not really familiar enough with it yet. I never noticed that six-sided star. Don't like that at all. Okay. Let's get some on the back of the ears. So I want that loop. Well, in fact, let's just let it do its thing. I'll put that about there. And put you about there. Grab at the back of the neck. Put you about there. And then shoulders we can quickly throw together. Let's just grab that. Put you up about there. And I think we'll probably do a select polygons as well. Select polygons. Throw that in there. Okay. And we're just going to use this as a way to get rid of, let's say, all these. Okay. That should work. So let's create a wrap. We want the floating geometry to be U, the fixed geometry to be U, the select points to be U, and the select polygons to be U. Okay. And I guess we'll just see what the default settings do for now. This area's getting a little bit torn up. This area is struggling as well. And I expected the eyelids to suffer. We'll have to give them a few more. Yeah, that's really suffered actually. Why? Okay. Let's change that select polygons to include like another loop. And do the same down here. Okay, so we got that, a bit better. Point pairs, let's add a few more to the eyes. So I'm just gonna Okay. Let's just while we're at it, go about there, put you on there. Okay, I'm gonna save my scene. Modeling, wrap free. So that was like an early test. Let's just do head projection. Okay, this has made better results. It's not perfect. I wonder why I'm getting this like pinching thing. Like, is that subdivisions, iterations? Let's try doubling that, see what happens. And while that goes, I'm gonna Google wrap free wrapping node. See what documentation is like. Now this sort of pinching stuff, I don't understand why it happens. Lips did a decent job, not perfect, but good enough. Let's see what the wrapping node does. Okay, so for accurate wrapping of clean scans, minimal noise, decrease sampling final and smoothness final, increase ICP and optimization. Okay, well, I guess since mine's a sculpt, it would very much count as a clean scan, right? So increase this and this, but decrease, is it decrease? Decrease sampling final and smoothness final. So it's half it. Kind of want to get some more points around the eyes. Get those eye sockets working a bit better for me. Let's get like this loop and bring him out here. Then this loop I want to be about here, I guess. Be nice if there's a way to place points symmetrically. Something like it was. Okay, and we also want about here, but let's go in line with that. Cool. And then let's get the brow, let's go about there. And that'll work. In theory. I really want to know what would be the setting to fix this stuff. Why is that all getting torn apart? God, that bit's awful. Yeah, what was I doing with that topology? Right, I'm gonna try changing smoothness initial. Can that be overdriven? Can I set that to like 2? Does that make it worse? Yeah, like 90% sure that's worse. Alright. Set that to 1. Smoothness final. What if reducing that helps? That's hilarious. Alright, let's do a fix symmetry. for the most part, this is working fairly well. I still don't know what's causing all this stuff. Would love to know that. It's so jagged. Well, that's only got worse though, so maybe it's that smoothness final needs to be cranked up. Let's go... Okay, let's go here. Time. Okay. Yeah, better. Not perfect, but better. Okay, I'm gonna set smoothness final really high and just see what happens. Let's go for 1. Look at, see what happens. There's no reason not to try it. Seems to be simplifying the forms quite a lot. This is very slow. Did it just never make it? It didn't. And even that doesn't actually fix the issues. Okay, so if I just set this to 0. Okay, I can't go 0. Let's go to that. So now it's going to match it with ruthless efficiency, right? So what might be preferable is to allow it to be jagged but match perfectly, and then use a brush node to kind of fix it up a little bit. And what I'll do as well is that I'll add another layer of dots for the upper eyelid to kind of line stuff up. Okay, this is so jagged. Yeah, we can just see what that does. Alright, so... yeah, let's go back up a little bit and then add some points. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just take whatever loop these are on, go up by, let's say, 2, then match that position there. And I'm going to try to keep track of that angle, so go up by 2, needs to be off slightly to the side, something like that. Then you up 2, up 2, out 2, out, about the same distance, why not? I'm only going to worry about the top lid for now. Up 2, maybe one more loop out. Okay. Do the same over here. So by 2. Take it to there. In fact, let's just do all these in one go. Right, up by 2 loops. Up by 2 loops, drag you over a little bit. Okay. I have a feeling that is in the wrong place. That needs to be like further up, like here almost. Have I done the same issue on the other side? I kind of have. Let's move that up a tiny bit. Okay. Let's see what that does. It's going to go File, Save Project, and then just compute that. Let's see how well it does, and then we'll just try to brush our way to freedom. Then do another projection, but kind of an unguided projection to kind of bring things back to the original model. Okay, so I'm gonna add some more to these and see. Let's go 20. I'm okay with the fact this is going to take longer. Oh, I need to line up the nasolabial fold with some. I need to get some loops that line up with nasolabial. Okay, so this topo is really not good for that. Okay, so let's go with U. Bring you about there. Continue down that same loop until we're on the same edge loop as that guy, and put that about there. Say that lines up with that. Okay. And then let's just grab, for good measure, that vertex, put it about there. Grab that vertex, put it about, wait, what was that? About there. Okay. Well, I should probably put this loop in there as well. Let's put that about there. That's better. Okay, there we go. So, that'll do for now. We're fixing the symmetry, so let's create a brush node. So this requires geometry, which is U, reference, which is U, geometry source, which is U. Okay, and we're just going to go turn on symmetry. Cool. And we're just going to do relax project. Just to kind of get something. Although, actually, let's try clone. Apparently the clone brush is really good. Is that? This is quite nice, actually. Oh, it doesn't care about geometry below it, though. Okay, so we're going to do a relax project on top of that. Okay, all good things come to an end. Let's use clone for that area. Okay, relax project. Oh Jesus. You're a wee bit confused. Okay, let's do a move project. Just drag this out there a little bit, smooth it, drag it out. Okay, so let's use move project again. I'm just going to use it to get this line of vertices into that crevice. The reason I'm so keen to have a line of verts on that crevice is because when I take this back into Maya, I can very easily extend the eyelid backwards. So one of the things that a lot of eye topology kind of ignores is the fact that the eyelid doesn't just stop existing the moment you can't see it. So you need some edge loops to kind of go behind the folded over skin to continue to cover, like, you know, kind of follow the shape of the eye, basically. Because if you don't do that, you're not going to have a good time. Okay, so let's do another relax project. This time we're going to use it on these guys. Okay, there we go. I wish I could see more of the actual eyelid. I got a feeling that corner's completely out. What does clone do? Okay, can I just move that into place? I think it's close to that, right? So I'm just doing another relax project. Oh, that's vaguely in the same place. And we can just do another move project. It's getting really stuck, there we go. Hammer that back into place. Hammer these back into place. Let's do the clone again. Clone is so helpful for that sort of stuff, it's kind of crazy. Okay. So any areas that have really suffered? Oh. Inside the ear. Okay. We can clone that, that's fine. This feels like an ad, like a advert for adult products. Okay, we can just move that later. That's fine. Okay, so we definitely need to do a little bit of work getting this. There we go. Oh, you're back. I've been back for a while. Yeah, welcome back to the stream though, Ray. I'm assuming I can just call you Ray. I know it's probably not your real name, given your overall name, but still. Okay. Try to relax that out a little bit. I love the relax algorithms in this. So good. Like, look how even that is. It doesn't seem as heavily screen based as Maya's quad draw. Like the results that Maya quad draw gives you with its smooth depend on your camera angle, which is really annoying. Or at least it seems to depend on your camera angle. I could be wrong. Okay, let's smooth project. That in, move that out. Okay. Let's hammer that back a tiny bit. Add some inflation. Then gonna do a relax project in this area. Then clone it back into normal position, just so it matches a little bit closer. We'll have to fix the amount of intersection it has, but I think that will do. Nice and clean. Maybe pull this back a little bit. Maybe we should pull that over, actually. This guy's got a little bit more developed neck muscles than FK Twigs, given that he's a man. Some beefy neck muscles on this dude. Okay. So this part of the ear's got a little bit messed up along the way. Okay, let's do a relaxed projection. Definitely want to fix the topology in this area. Okay, let's do a move project. So I want this loop. There we go. It's not quite a perfect match, but it'll work well enough for me. There we go. Cool. I'm going to call that done. So I think it's Control and Enter. That bakes it. Let's fix symmetry again. And then which side dominance? Is there actually a difference? There is not. Cool, that's good to know. Well, that saved me an absolute ton of time. Oh, something's... Oh, so there was a difference. Okay, so now we've got that. I'm going to try to do another wrap, just to see how different this is. Same polygons. This will just kind of do that final lineup, which it should all match anyway. That'll just be that final kind of lineup. Cool. I know this is overkill, but let's just throw that in there. I should have produced identical results anyway. I did. Alright, good. Cool. So we got that. So we'll take this into Maya, continue working on it, maybe get some basic body topology in there. Yeah, cool. I like that. So let's just go save geometry, CG stuff, projects, personal projects, Singer Sargent, modeling, Maya. In fact, no, wrap, exports. Head wrap 01. Save normals. No. We'll let Maya recalculate those. Cool, so let's get into Maya. Then let's go File, Import. And we'll just import our new wrapped geometry. Live surface. Solo that for a little bit. Yeah, that works. Cool. So we'll get a body in place. What's going to be the best way to do this? We have a head geometry already. We have a body in there somewhere as well. Not hair. Okay. like that. That'll do. Wait, how big of a mismatch that is. Oh wait, yeah, because I'm missing the head. Duh. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is go modify, set to face, modify, soften edge. Okay, that's him done. There's a few areas that will need cleanup. I didn't really relax that bit properly. So it's just stuff like this, really. Okay, let's just lock that. That sort of stuff I don't think will ever be easier to do in a tool like Wrap. Okay, so we're going to want to get rid of that last layer of faces. And then which loop is it that goes around the eyelid? Okay, so this is our loop layer, so I'm going to delete this one as well. And then let's go around and just line this up. You can do it using the retopology tools. What do you mean, sorry? I need to line this up. Quad draw. Do you mean in Wrap or? Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's what I just switched to. Just some areas like that one. Okay. So that helps quite a lot. There we go. So where does this make its way to? Oh, that does quite a lot, doesn't it? Can I just... Wait, actually I can't do that. Collapse edge. Kinda bad, not gonna lie. It's not awful. And in ways it's kinda better. It's just a little bit low res. But then I really don't like the way that terminates there. can clean this up manually. Okay, let's do that. And in fact, no, let's get the body sorted first, because that's a quick win. So we're going to hide that. I'm going to get you. Nope, you. Okay. And to get this started, I'm going to do something which I kind of want to get in the habit of doing, which is starting with primitives. So we're just going to do that for now. Put you in a layer. Stuff like that. Honestly, kind of tempted to use wrap for this just for the hell of it. No, that's got locked again. This always happens. For some reason, Snap Step keeps turning on. I don't know what the shortcut is. That's a bit too much of an area. Fact. Wondering what happens if I resolve this in a weird way. So if I just kind of go up like that. That's weird. Never tried retopoing like this before. Honestly, this would be hilarious if it actually worked. Alright, so let's go one subdivision higher. Shall I try it? I'm just gonna see what I'm gonna see what wrap will do with this. She can subdivide in wrap. Like, will wrap just hate me immediately for this? It would be kind of funny. Part of doing these projects is about having fun, right? So I may as well have some fun with it. Let's get a middle loop in there, just to be a little bit fair to it. Which by extension means I need to loop there, loop there, loop there, and loop there. Just to make it fair. Okay. Make these somewhat uniform. Beautiful. Okay. I'm just gonna see what happens. I think this could be really funny. File, export selection, topo, base, body, topo. Okay. So let's kill that. I need to find out how many loops the head has around it, but we can always resolve that later. Okay, so file, new project. I'm going to import God, what's the word I'm looking for right now? Load geometry. Rename box model. Sculpt. I'm not expecting this to work. If it does, I'll be honestly impressed. In terms of like as a workflow, like if you just block in the most basic possible loops, can you use wrap to kind of get there quicker? Body. See, somewhere I do have. Oh, there, combine. Yeah. Because I do need the neck to be there. God, this would be so funny if it works. Lighting. Let's go with. Oh, no, not lighting. Sorry. Let's just hue shift that a little bit. It's a bit too red. I don't know why I'm so sensitive to like these tones. There we go. Then box model. Honestly hilarious. Modeling, exports, topology. Okay, so let's immediately just subdivide that. Does subdivide not smooth? Oh, I know it does. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh Christ! All right, let's place points. So that point pairs. I swear, if anyone drops into this stream and thinks I'm taking this seriously, they'll be impressed. Let's just get you, put you about there, get you, put you about there. I mean, in a way, this is like extremely easy as a workflow. You just put these exactly where you want them. Such a waste of time. Why is the back so round like that? Okay, let's just see what this does. Wrapping. Floating geometry. Sculpt geometry. Right now. I mean, yeah. Did I not subdivide one side of it? I didn't. What a monster. File, export selection, base topo. That actually kind of works. What the fuck? Just gonna pull it down a little bit. We need some more loops because I didn't really think it would work. Put that about there. Put elbow to you. And then I guess we just go, that one would go to that. Did I accidentally make like points that correspond? Okay. It's a shame, like genuinely a shame there's not really a like a relaxed topo brush. As in like a relaxed topo, sorry, like node. Geometry. Okay, so now let's just try geometry. Okay, subdivide. Wrap. And in this one, let's just redo that one quickly. And I'm just going to set this to have a higher smoothness. So let's go like the. And then this one can be the one where it actually projects it. I think we need one more subdivision for that to actually work. But that's actually kind of working. Could that have been way quicker in Maya? Absolutely. Am I glad I tried it anyway? Yes. Oh, something sunk through there. So I need to kind of help this along, don't I? Select points. Okay. It's closer. Should probably give it a little bit of help in those corners as well. Back corners we're doing fine. This is remarkably slow. There we go. Well, it worked well enough. I think there's a legit workflow in there somewhere. But if you just made like loops for muscle groups and use wrap to kind of throw it together. I mean, for my purposes, this already works. Let's say at this point, let's just do a quick brush. Yeah, don't need that one. Wait. Oh, that's the one where the wrong place. Let's. Okay, let's get some symmetry in there. Symmetry in X. Let's do a relaxed projection. I'm gonna kind of pull some loops where I want them. Relax project to the rescue. The algorithm for relax on this is so much nicer than Maya's. We're getting a little bit broken around the neck, but that's kind of to be expected. I'm going to grab you and just do a clone quickly. That'll just help even some of this stuff out. Go. Okay, let's do a fixed symmetry. There we go. I'm gonna get so much flack for that. Because I can just use this now to kind of sew stuff back together. Although I should probably quickly pull that back. Yeah, let's pull that back. Move projection. What happens if I just clone brush these guys? Kind of struggles. Okay, that'll do. It's been a fun little fuck around, but let's actually get back on with doing the task at hand. Exports. Body wrap 01. I delete this fucking cube. File, import. No, we've already got head wrap. File. Okay, well I guess I'm saving them. Sorry about that. Ow. Knocking everything right now. There we go. So, how cleanly will these connect? Not a million miles away. How many loops do we have on you? 70 loops on you. This is going to be a nightmare, isn't it? 64 loops on you. Not too bad. Okay. We can do that. We can absolutely do that. So how many loops per side do we have to remove? You know what would have been really helpful? Having more loops over the back that go that way. So 70 there. How many is it here? 62. Ooh, okay. That's a lot closer. Okay, so if I... If I do that... Combine... Let's keep one extra loop. Cool. Combine. Okay, so we have 64 and 62. So I could actually fix that by literally adding one loop over this. But let's see how far we can get. Because I have a feeling the density is going to be a bit off. So let's merge to center. Can I might need to merge these to center first. Okay. So now if I select this guy and go on to topological symmetry. Let's just go merge verts, target world, drag you to you. So at this point we're already kind of starting to get a little bit stretched out. Okay, we got our symmetry back. Symmetry, topology. That loop is awful. Do I go back to that first stage and just quickly make it so that it's straight over that bit? It starts to catch up quite quickly. Okay. So we had that loop in about there. Let's undo a few. So this doesn't make any difference to the actual topology of the thing. We can relax that out. But now that side 82, yeah. Why am I going through such a manual process? There's just so much better way to do this. It is very confused right now. Hey, there we go, okay. I might very quickly just adjust that topo there, so that it doesn't all go straight down the arm, it actually has like a loop across. Because it took so little time. So we got you. Turn off that. File, import. So let's just go with modeling, wrap, exports, body wrap. Okay, let's go one lower. Combine. There it is. Okay, let's add that lone loop in there. Bridge these two. Don't know why I didn't think of this first time. There we go. So now we can just go like this. Okay, and then obviously we'll need to relax out all this stuff. Don't know what just happened, but he just lost his material. Weird. Mesh display. This is only 17,000 polygons. I could go another loop higher. I'm going to fix this though. So let's import our original exports. Oh, it's still in the wrap. Maya exports topology. Okay. So we want wait, what do we want? Okay. Stuff like that. And obviously we'll just quickly adjust the shape of the thing. Although that is very strange. What's going to be the best way to do that? Okay, so technically the way to do this would be to do something like that, extrude, fill hole, and attach that to the bottom. So let's just do that from scratch. So that's step share again. Reset tool. So yeah, doing that should get the resulting topper that I want. Okay. So, let's mirror that. Cool. Let's get something ballparked. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to export that file, export selection. Okay, and we're just going to put that into modeling, wrap free, in fact no, modeling, Maya, Exports, topology. Put that over body base topo. Back into wrap. Reload. Okay. Then work our way down the chain. Why is that not calculating? There's no manifold. What? How? How does it have any non-manifold? Like where? Mesh cleanup. Select a manifold geometry. What? How? How is that not manifold? How is that not manifold? Merge verts. Okay, so that's a 1. How? This has to be fucking me, right? Like, what? That is the most peculiar non-manifold geometry I've ever seen. I actually don't understand it. And I'm just gonna... So if this creates non-manifold geo, I will be very confused. Just throw that into template mode. But how does that even create non-manifold geometry? Like, I don't even think I'm capable of understanding how that's non-manifold. Luckily, it's not exactly the most complex shape in the world. There. Probably snap the vertices, honestly, but can't be bothered. Right. There is zero way that this contains non-manifold geometry now. Like, completely nil. I refuse. If it does, I'm fucking giving up on CG. What? Oh, was I fucking up that whole time? I think I was fucking up that whole time. Oh, there is some non-manifold geo in there. Okay, never mind. Okay, well, that's not non-manifold, so let's just mirror that. Okay. Quickly grab these guys. Okay. And we'll just try that, I guess. Okay, so File, Export Selection. There we go. Actually, didn't do a terrible job at matching it back up. Oh wait, no, it did. Never mind. Clear roll. Just quickly line that back up. Gonna line you up with there. You up with... Oh no, don't even need to do that. Actually. Okay, should we see what that does? I mean, they tried, I think. Okay. relax project. I think I need to create a new brush node, I think. Geometry. Okay, put you into symmetry. Then let's go to relax project and just relax it all the way out. Okay, we just want to grab, move, project. Yep. Okay, let's just pull these up. It'd be nice if there's always like lock border edges, and I'm sure there is. Either way, that'll do. Lock that in. There we go. So this is quickly. There's a little bit of something going on here. Not quite even. Pull that up. I'm basically using this tool to like direct where I want the loops to go. So it's like where I want the kind of edge flow, I guess. Okay, there we go. Feels a bit better. Cool. So let's get that exported. File, save geometry, body wrap. Okay. Kill this. File, import. Wrong one. File, import. Wrap 3, exports, body wrap. Did I not export that properly? Or did I just export over fucking head wrap? Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to delete a few loops. Okay, do that. Assign the same material. combine these two. Bridge. Okay, so now we can get the head visible again. And we're just going to mesh, set to face, mesh, soften edge. I'll soften all that out, and then we can just sort out this stuff. So, go to there, go to the quad draw. Okay, and then we're just gonna relax all this stuff out. So let's go into world symmetry. Very bad performance. But it's all we need for a little while. Unbelievably slow. Jesus, this fucking speed of this thing. You know what? I'm gonna do something. File, export selection. My body underscore geo. Export. Okay, let's go back into rep. Okay, it's going to create a load geometry. Let's load in Maya exports body obj. Okay, then load geometry. This one will be the combined sculpts. This one will be brush. Geometry. Okay. Okay, let's. There we go. So let's just do a relaxed projection. Turn on symmetry. No, I don't want topological. The performance difference is honestly just nuts. Okay, let's get all this relaxed out. Clone. go. Cool, so let's get that exported. Save geometry. We're just going to save that over the Maya one, I think. File, import, Maya exports. Cool. So let's just go. So I got new material on it. Has, isn't it? There we go. Mesh, set to face. Mesh, soften edge. There we go. So, areas to fix. There's also something I want to do, which is take the inside of the mouth from the Ratatouille project and kind of rig that to fit this. I'm actually so surprised like how well the really gross body hack worked. Like, it did genuinely work. It kind of annoys me, honestly. This is 18,000 faces, so if I was to go subdivision higher, it's 75,000. This is probably the polygon count I'll go for. Because then my geometry, then my sculpt, sorry, can have more overhangs. Because it won't rely on displacement for such large forms. Okay. So. Let's go back into quad draw. Oh shit, it's gonna be really slow. Is there anything I can do about this speed? Because it's really intensely slow. I guess there isn't really, is there? Okay. So what areas need fixing? Main one is in here. This is really gross. I'm going to duplicate this, smooth it. In fact, actually, I don't need to do that. Kind of want to redo this section as well. Although going to subdivision higher, I probably won't need to. Technically the same with this area, I just don't like it. Okay, I'm going to duplicate that as a backup instead. And I'll probably end the stream in about 30-ish minutes. Next stream we can focus on, like, you know, inside of the eye and all that sort of stuff and getting some UVs on there. Don't like what this loop is doing, it's kind of gross. There's actually quite a lot of diving down. Not too keen on that at all. Okay, so let's get this guy. And set him as a live object. Go to this dude. And for this guy, what I'm going to do to save a bit of time is I'm going to delete these loops. That'll make it a lot more performant. And then as long as I leave that outer edge loop fine, then all this will still be real time. So let's just set this area onwards, right? Okay, so what wouldn't I change? Let's do that first. Okay. So I'm already not keen on this bit, but I can't add a loop. Well, I can add a loop here, but that's going to create a spiral if I'm not careful. Well, that gets rid of it. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Wait, I didn't need that loop at all. I didn't do anything. Okay. I know we also kind of want to keep this guy. No, not you. So we need that for the kind of overhang that we have. Okay. So we're already starting to get locked into some shapes that we don't necessarily want. That area is missing quite a lot of polygons. Okay, by extension, we're going to want to extend so this is back to kind of where it was in that area before. Quite a weird mesh. Set to face mesh, soften edge. this isn't ideal. But that face is completely fucked. Although this is technically a really easy solve. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, let's just quickly solve that a little bit. Okay, so what I kind of prefer the look of, honestly, is connecting these two. That, to me, flows better. But then this becomes really weird. It forces more... Yeah, that's horrendous. I just really prefer the way that that flows, like over this bit. That loops all the way down. Is that even worse? Yes, yes it is. So the problem we get is if we try to stretch this over, it's really stretching out the polygons. Like, we already don't have that many over here. And that loops back on itself. Okay, let me just quickly undo to where it was all resolved, just a bit weird. Okay, I'm going to duplicate that and hide it, just so I can go back to it if I need to. If I was to add... that could do something. Okay, so... See, this starts to get a bit pushed out now, so... Where's that loop go? That's considerably better than before. Where does that terminate now? Because that loop is kind of helpful for getting the overhang that we need. It also allows us to kind of pull all this back a little bit. Okay. So I feel like these could probably run into each other a little bit. Let's not force it to though. I feel like that should actually continue into like here maybe? Give a little bit more resolution to a bit that needs it. Although that would still need to go one more polygon later, which it can't really. So maybe it was better to end back here somewhere. Maybe extend it one polygon further. That's better. Not perfect, but better. Kind of falls apart in here a little bit. Pull these out a little bit, give them some breathing room. Yeah, that doesn't know how to resolve, but that's fine. I feel like for this to be better, I'd have to have this go out of the ear completely. That said, it's considerably better than it was before. If I go into modify, set face, soften edge, actually it looks like an ear now. I really don't like that. But it works so much better than it did that I'm not really too worried about it. Okay, so let's get this reconnected. So let's just... Yeah, this is a lot nicer. Again, not perfect. It's now got a lot more issues with uneven density. But I think the trade-off is worth it. I think. Yeah, no, that is a lot better. Alright, cool. Really double guessing myself there. Okay, so where did I cut this one off? There. So if I just delete all this. Okay, combine these. Okay, I gotta delete that last loop. Since the vert's from the same place, there's nothing that can really happen, so... Bridge. There we go. Let's go modify, set face, modify, soften edge. Okay. So we've got that working. Yes, I will be going one subdivision higher for the final thing. So the final play count will be something close to this. Either way, that works for now. This I'm not too happy with. But that loop is just straight up not being supported. So let's do it again. Let's just grab this guy, delete it, duplicate you, hide it, delete an easily findable loop. Okay. Then let's grab the head again. Draw. So let's see if I can just drag it into place and have it play nice, even if it's like super basic, just to kind of even that's better. Just relax a tiny bit. Not perfect, but considerably closer. I'll say considerably closer. A little bit closer. Yeah, we'll keep that. combine. Cool. Bit nicer. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll be it for today's stream. How long have I been streaming for? Let's check. 2 hours, 30 minutes. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Yeah, we can throw that into... I'll save that. File. Export selection. Okay. Okay, just waiting for Katana to launch. Okay, there we go. So what I'm going to have to do is make a quick material. Throw both of these in there. Okay. So let's add our new geometry. Oh, I need to export it as an Alembic, don't I? Okay. Grab this guy. Call this body underscore geo. I'm going to put that in a group. This group is going to be called John Singer Sargent underscore group. Cache Alembic export selection to Alembic. Actually, let's grab the eyes in there as well. Missing most of the eyelids is going to be kind of terrifying, honestly. So let's just drag this one in there for now. Okay. Cache Alembic export selection to Alembic. Let's go into modeling, Maya, exports. I'm going to call this one publish. And I'm just going to name this John Singer Sargent group. Okay. Get to here. Got to enough eyes. And Alembic. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's create a network material. Wireframe underscore mat. Then just go into this, create a surface. Okay, then wireframe. Base color. So the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to grab the base color from this guy. And set this to be like a darker version of that basically. So up the saturation, lower the gain, maybe tint it slightly. I have no idea how visible that will be. Let's give it a go. Add. Okay, just throw that in there for now. Cool. That's not working. Oh, I know why. Okay, so let's go into this. Set it to be polygons. Okay, and that's gone up to subdivision levels, so let's just quickly run back. Shows you how quickly the polygon counts get up. Cool. And I'm just going to do something quickly, which is duplicate this guy. Throw it into the speck color so we don't get any speck over the black lines. Let's set that to 335 and a little bit of extra roughness. There you go. Shame there's not a way to get it to render the wireframe while smoothing the mesh without capturing the higher res polygons. Like for it just to keep your low res would be quite nice. Yeah, cool. Anyway, that's gonna be it for the stream. Yeah, quite like rap. It's nice. Definitely a fair bit of retopology still left to do. We need to get the overhang of the eyes, which honestly I'll probably do after I've done UVs, or at least after I've done the first pass of UVs. Because obviously we'll have some UVs from the actual face itself, like from FK Twigs, which I'll try to maintain as much as I can, because they'll be working quite well. But yeah, we've got a bit of work to do, so should be able to finish retopology in the next stream. And then beyond that, we can just kind of keep going, really. Yeah, so that'll be it for today. Next stream will probably be on the weekend. I don't think I'll be streaming tomorrow. I'll probably end up working overtime tomorrow, to be honest. But yeah, should be streaming on the weekend, and yeah, probably Saturday more often than not. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. It's been fun learning rap, and definitely that body stuff was really interesting to kind of test out. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But anyway, enjoy the rest of your night, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.